Every Thursday at 5:47 p.m. in the same elevator, there's the same woman, but she can't hear me. Hey there, how you doing? I'm Julius King, and tonight's story is 22 seconds that changed everything. Before we dive in, I gotta say, I can't believe that we just hit 1,000 subscribers. That's amazing, and it's because of y'all. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you enjoy this content, if this touches your heart in any capacity, a like would mean the world to me. And drop a comment and subscribe if you're new here. Welcome to your safe space. A quick heads up. In a couple of seconds, you're going to see an ad. But I promise you, what happens after that ad is about learning love in a language you've never spoken. So just stay with me. Thank you. Every Thursday, 5:47 p.m. Sometimes 5:48 if the elevator's being slow. 6th floor. Therapy's over. Heart full. My head's empty. Or the other way around. Sometimes both. Like wrung out completely. And then there's you. Same time every week. 5th floor. You step in as always with them giant headphones on. Your head nods to the beat like you in your own movie, listening to some music that I'll never hear. But I imagine it anyway. Today, probably something with heavy bass and sunset colors. Last week was strings and heartbeats. And then it happens. The thing that happens every single time. You look at me. I look at you. Your head tilts just a little. You smile. Barely. I nod. Briefly. But on the inside, it's chaos. An emotional roller coaster. Every time I want to say something, just say anything, but the right words, they always come too late. And by the time they finally show up, you are already gone. This is like a power nap for my heart. 22 seconds a week. Never enough, but still, somehow, a break. Then, ground floor, and you're gone. And me, I'm alone again. Going down to the parking garage where the lights are off, and it's back to real life. Maybe next week. Maybe I'll say something then. You smell like music and beautiful disasters. Or something less awkward and weird. Maybe just a, hey, hi, nice to see you. Yeah, maybe. A week? It's nothing really, and yet an eternity. I live in Thursdays now. Everything in between is just waiting, functioning. Inhale, exhale, and repeat. Therapy is usually a slow motion hurricane. You talk, you dig, you search, and at the end, you wonder, do I feel lighter now? Or just broken in a different way? But then, you step in again. Headphones on, you look. Tired, dreamy, maybe some in between. And again, that scent. Spring. Even though it isn't. Our eyes don't meet directly. Just in the mirror. We both watch the doors close and suddenly we're there. Side by side. Framed in silver. As if the elevator itself were pushing us together without a word. You smile in my reflection, just for a second, and I smile back at yours. Then we both look away quickly. Only I can't hold it for long. I have to look again. Secretly, sneakily, out the corner of my eye. It's only 17 seconds left. I glance at your shoulders. Try to guess what you listening to. Last week, I think it was Sade. Before that, Japanese breakfast. But today, maybe Nina Simone? Definitely something with weight and soul to it. You often wear dresses or skirts, and there's always something that sticks with me. A shimmering earring, a pattern on your sneakers, like you the only splash of color in this gray hallway maze. One time you wore a moss green miniskirt and a coat with the most delicate embroidery at the hem. I don't know why, but since that day, my head's been full of you. The way you walked, the trace you left behind when you get out. I think you're the most beautiful person I've ever seen. All I ever managed to say is, hi. And even that comes out weird. The other day, my best friend sent me a meme, and my first impulse was to show it to you, to laugh about it together, but then I realized I don't even know your name. I don't know nothing about you. Zero. So I do what I always do. I stare at my phone and type messages that suddenly feel stupidly meaningless. Still, my thumbs tremble. Then your shoulder brushes mine, just for a second, by accident. While you searching in your bag, just briefly, a tiny flicker and still. I feel that moment for days afterwards. And suddenly, it's Thursday again. Strange how a week can feel like a blink and a whole lifetime at once. But today I'm gonna say something, just one sentence, something real. No more excuses, no more polite escape smiles. But your dress, it's light blue, laces in the back. You look like you stepped out of a damn fairy tale, and I can't focus. The elevator doors close. Our eyes meet like always. Briefly familiar. Too close, and my brain freezes. Everything I rehearsed in front of the mirror like a teenager is gone, evaporated. And then the mental carousel kicks in. 1,000 options, but none of them fit. Not now. Not with that dress. Then, you're already stepping out. And suddenly the words tumble out of me. Not perfect, not brave, but at least honest. Have a nice day. See you next week. The words hit the ground, and I want to throw myself down next to him. But you turn around. You look surprised. But your smile is big. And then you speak. But with your hands, in a language I don't know, and yet somehow I think I get. Your signs are quick, fluid, like dancing, but with meaning, and I stare, lost, but full of awe and questions. You notice my confusion and smile even more. Then you repeat the signs, slower this time, just for me. I try to mimic them, try, at least. But my fingers fumble, I mess it all up. And in the end, I just end up flashing a Vulcan salute for whatever reason. Shoot. But you laugh, silent and warm, like music I never knew, but now I want to play forever. The doors close and you wave at me, almost shyly, before the elevator swallows me whole. And I know I'm gonna learn those signs. I'm gonna master them, sign by sign, by next week. I spent the whole week learning, every spare moment. I scoured the internet, I watched videos, I practiced signs over and over in front of the mirror while brushing my teeth or standing in line at the supermarket. My fingers still feel a little clumsy, keeping time with a language that there's no sound, but it's beautiful and difficult. I'm far from perfect, but I'm trying because of you. And here you are again. Your headphones on. Your fingers tapping lightly against your leg to a beat only you can hear. Today you wearing an imperfectly perfect bun and bright red lipstick, and I don't know why, but on you it looks like it was invented just for this purpose. You look different, Maybe it's your hairstyle, or maybe the way the sunlight hits your face through the elevator window. Or maybe it's just me. My hands are sweaty and my brain empty, full, everything at once. A jumbled mess of nerves and half-forgotten signs. But I made a promise to myself, so here we go. Hi. Good to see you again. How are you? Your eyes widen, not in shock. There's some warm in them. You pause your music, you take off your headphones and smile, brighter than ever. Then you sign something, effortlessly, casually, like waves rippling in the wind. And me? I don't understand a word. My mind's blank, my heart incredibly loud. I want to say something, but nothing comes out. I try to explain with lips and hands, but end up laughing awkwardly. So do you. Then you reach into your bun and pull out a lip liner. You take my hand and write directly on the back of it. 2 lines, small and slanted in the same color as your mouth. Thank you. I'm good. Hope you are too. P.S. That shirt looks amazing on you. I forgot to breathe. My legs feel like jelly and my words gone. All of them. Spoken or signed. So I just stand there and look at you. At your smile. The writing burns into my skin. My memory. Everything. The elevator stops, and like so many times before, I wish I had more floors together, more time in this silver box of possibilities. You get out, turn around one last time before the doors close and sign, see you next week. This time I just nod. I have the right sign ready. Definitely. You walk backwards, signing something fast, a kind of goodbye wave. I'll Google it later to find out what it means exactly. For now, I just imitate your hand movements. Probably wrong, but you laugh. And I stand there like a grinning teenager. We write more often now, on paper, in your crumpled notebook, or on receipts. Sometimes in our phones, sometimes just in the palm of a hand. Whenever I can't keep up with the signs, you'll pull out your pen. No drama, no pity. You have this calm, like you're used to the world around you being far too slow and clueless. Your handwriting is round, a bit slanted. Sometimes the letters shake because you're already laughing while you write. Those are my favorite. You give me music recommendations, always spot on, like care packages made of sound. Songs for overwhelming days, for nights that never end, for everything in between. Your soundtrack medicine retunes my days. And one time, you just wrote 3 words. Cigarettes after It wasn't until I got home that I realized it was a band name and not a confession. Still, since that Thursday, the air feels different, like fog, like thoughts you shouldn't have in public, like things that are louder at night than during the day. Like you. You never write much, but what you write sticks. Sometimes it's just 3 words or 10. Sometimes your hands speak, sometimes your eyes, but always with that calm clarity that says more than I have ever managed to. And every time you take something of me with you and leave something behind, a song, a glance, half of a sentence on a napkin, letters on my palm, like a tattooed echo. See you next week. Today you seem different. Your gaze is deeper. Your nose, red. Mascara, smudged. No headphones, no smile, and mine slips instantly. I'm holding a little cardboard box because last Tuesday was my birthday. My therapist gave me homemade lemon muffins and an awkward hug. I was planning to eat them later, but now my body hands them to you before I can even think about it. You look at me like I just gave you the whole sky and not 2 lumpy mounds with frosting. I smile, uncertain, and then suddenly you start crying. I try to hide it, pretend it's not happening, but I can't bear to watch. I lean forward and wrap my arms around you. Not tight, but just enough so you won't fall apart. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe it don't matter, but when you cry harder and pull me closer, I do the same. I whisper soothing things in your ear and hold you as tightly as I can. Whether the words are right or not doesn't matter in that moment. I'd say anything to dry your tears. You pull back and smile at me, and I can't help it. I gently wipe a tear from your cheek, carefully so your makeup stays intact. You take my fingers in yours and just hold them, and I squeeze back because I think I understand without knowing why. Are you okay? You nod with a shy smile, but I want to be sure, so I ask again. Really, are you okay? This time, you take more time. Your eyes are full of answers. You try to brush away with a deep sigh. Then you nod again. Slower, more honestly, somehow. If you want to talk, well, you can't. But I'm a good listener. I mean, God, what I'm trying to say is, I'm here if you need me. You answer with your hands. So many signs I don't know, but I understand the end. Thank you. And your name, I repeat it with my lips and hands like a silent prayer. You help me mimic the motions very carefully and gently, like a kiss made of fingers. And you ask for a gesture. What's your name? I'll show you what I've learned. My sign, my name. And you laugh. Almost right, say your fingers, and gently correct me, like a whisper written in motion. You step back when the door is open, but don't leave right away. Instead, you hold the cardboard box of muffins, which we have completely crushed with our hug like a treasure, and look at me. Thoughts flicker across your face so fast I can't catch them. Then you reach into your bag for a pen and I roll up my sleeve, like someone who craves your signature. Like an addict getting their next fix. I watch your eyes while you write. Some lashes still stick together from the tears, and I wonder how someone can be this beautiful. You didn't write much, not even words, just numbers, but they say everything and burn beneath my ribs. You squeeze my fingers one last time, sign with a smile, see you next week, and a wave. But we don't have to wait that long. That evening, I text you, and the night suddenly becomes endless, full of words, laughter, questions, full of tenderness and music. Since then, we've been writing every day. Messages, video chats where you teach me sign language, sometimes voice messages because you like the sound of my voice that much. We get to know each other in waves, and we talk about everything and nothing, about favorite words and music that feels like a hug, about the sound of rain on the windsill. And somehow you're everywhere now, in my playlist, in the small thoughts between the big ones, in the way I hold my phone like I might crush your words otherwise. Sometimes we just send emojis and it still means more than 1,000 conversations. I notice things changing. Signs becoming easier. You understand my awkwardness. Sometimes even making it disappear. And me, right in the middle of something that has no name yet, but feels completely right. And one day, somewhere between music and butterflies, I asked you, Would you like to someday go out for dinner? Not in a text, not spoken. I asked in signs, and you smiled and just nodded. Today is Sunday. Hi. Today is Thursday, and we have our first date. The elevator is no longer the place we say goodbye. Today, we leave together on the ground floor, holding hands, and suddenly Thursdays no longer feel like waiting. Instead, they feel like arriving.